All right, Tara, the floor is yours.
Hello, everyone. We will talk today about how to talk to our iPhone and make it do some things that would help us. For instance, how to make calls, how to text or send an email, or simply ask about the weather, the date and time, or read a web page for us, or anything else. I just want to clarify, I am not an expert at all. I am simply a user like all of you. So we will benefit today from one another. And if I make any mistakes or things that I don't know, I might need your help. So just 1 second until I will not share the screen because otherwise the audio will not work on the iPhone if I'm sharing the screen. So just 1 second and I will flip the camera. Okay. And change my eyeglasses. So bear with me for 2 seconds until, okay. So the first thing, what I will do first, I'll just 1 second, please. I will close the camera on here, or I don't think you will be able to see, sorry. This was a wrong move. So I will flip the camera like that. I will start with some of the settings that we need to change in our iPhone to be able to use Siri the way we want it, or to use the speech selections. So first of all, we go to settings. Sean, is the phone clear?
Yes.
It is? Okay. In settings, so there are 2 places where we need to change some Siri settings. The first one is in the main menu of settings, and the second one is in the accessibility settings. We will start with, we scroll down in the main menu until we reach accessibility. In accessibility, under vision, we have voiceover, zoom, display, motion, until we reach spoken content. We click on that. We enable, the first option is speak selection. We enable this one. Second option is speak screen. We also enable it. The speech controller, if we enable it, and by the way, I am using the inverted colors for this presentation, which I don't usually use, but it's clearer for you to see during the presentation. When I enable the show controller, we will have the bar, like it's a speech bar. So we have the play, the rewind, the forward, and how to make the speech faster or slower. So I enabled this just for the sake of the presentation. And we press back. Highlight, so after speech controller, we have highlight content, which I have enabled as well. What does this do? If we have a paragraph to read, it will highlight it for us. For instance, the paragraph itself will be a light yellow, and then the word that it's reading, it will be light blue. These are the default colors, which you can always change. But it just helps us follow where it's reading. So I have it on word and sentences. So it highlights all these. And we scroll down to background color. I have enabled it as well, because I want to know which paragraph it's reading. So I will have a light yellow color. And I tried it when, like, it's in inverted colors, like the screen now, it's in inverted colors. It doesn't show, unfortunately. But you can try it out and see. Again, we go up and press on back again. Then for speaking rate, select language. Select language. It's something interesting. If you have an article and there are two languages in that article, it can detect it. And I will show you an example later on. So please enable this option as well. After that, there is speaking rate, and you can make it as slow as you want or even faster if it works for you.
All right, can you move the camera up just slightly so we can see speaking rate?
Oh,
perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. So speaking rate is almost to the lowest thing. And now we scroll back up and press the back button to the left. So we have spoken content. We finished with that. We scroll down until we reach Siri. So it's almost at the end. It's under general until we reach, here is Siri. Again, there are several options. Type to Siri is disabled. What it means, if you want to ask Siri a question, it gives you the option of typing that question, which we don't need to do because we want to speak to it. And then we scroll down. Okay, so it's all default. Again, the speaking rate for Siri, we have, you can either play with it and make it slow or fast. I have done it just the normal rate, which is 100%. It makes it easier for me. We scroll down until we reach prefer spoken responses because I want Siri to speak to me. I don't want Siri to write the answer, as it's hard for me to see the writing. I want, my Siri is her, so I will say I want her to read it for me. Always listen for HEY Siri. Again, I have disabled this. I am using HEY Siri again for the sake of this presentation. I usually press on the side button on the right to activate Siri. I do not use the HEY Siri, but I will use it today for the sake of this presentation. What do we have? Other things? Oh, the last thing, which I don't know if you can see it, it says call hang up. Again, I have made it on. This gets enabled only when HEY Siri is enabled. Otherwise, the call hang up does not work. And you need to have iOS 16 and higher to have this feature. So call hang up, I have enabled it. Again, we can use it later on. So these are the features that I have enabled under accessibility and under Siri. Now I will go back to the main menu of settings and scroll down until I reach Siri and search. Under here, the first option is listen for, and I will call her HEY Siri so she doesn't start. You have several options. So the second one is HEY Siri, which I have enabled. And then we go down to press side button for Siri. I have enabled this one as well because this is what I usually use. Allow Siri when locked. And this means that you can ask Siri questions even if your phone is locked. Sorry. But there are sometimes when you want to start a certain app, like a camera or the magnifier, it tells you unlock your phone first. So sometimes it doesn't work without unlocking your phone. Languages, of course, you can choose whatever language or whatever accent you like for Siri, and the same thing for voices. You can do that. Siri responses. You have several options. Prefer silent response. This means that the response will be in writing, or automatic, or prefer spoken response. And this is what I have chosen, because again, I want to hear her talk to me. I don't want to see the writing. Always show Siri caption. I haven't enabled that because I really don't want to see the writing and the captions. And the same thing, always show speech, which means it will convert my speech into text and shows it. And this negates the purpose of our presentation. So these two options are disabled. I will press back again. And so call hang up is on, as we showed in accessibility. Announce calls. Again, I have enabled it for the sake of this presentation and have put always. So it tells me who's calling, if that person is in my contact list. If it's not, it will tell me what number is calling. For those people who have hearing aids, they can choose that the announcement goes to the hearing aid, or somebody's wearing an AirPod, it goes there. So not everybody hears who's calling you. But for now, I chose always. Announce calls. After that, we have announced notifications. Again, I have disabled it because whenever you get an email, a text, or anything, you will get a notification. And we don't want that happening throughout our presentation. So I have disabled it. My information, I don't have it. So Siri and dictation history, I always delete it because I don't want them like keeping all the history, all the questions I asked Siri. So you can just press delete and they will do that for you. Who knows when. So automatically send messages. This is also disabled. I don't want Siri to send messages without notifying me. Show suggestions. I mean, these things are disabled. I haven't enabled them. Okay, so now we have prepared the settings that we need to use Siri and other spoken content. The first thing I will try is how to make a call. And as I mentioned, you will either need to have that person in your contact list or have memorized the number, so you tell Siri to call a number. I will start with calling a number. Hey Siri, call 301-951-4444.
Calling +1 301 951 4444.
In the Blindness Society of Metropolitan Washington.
Hey Siri,
Low Vision
end
Resource
call.
Navigator, located at 49.
So she ended the call. Sean, sorry, but I will have to take you as an example. Call Sean Curry. Oh, sorry, I forgot to say hey Siri. Hey Siri, call Sean Curry.
Calling Sean Curry.
Hey Siri, and call. Okay.
And if you heard the ringtone, I was getting a call.
So this is how we make calls and end them. Sean, I will send you a text now. Hey Siri, send a text message
to
Sean Curry.
What do you want to say to Sean?
Hi, Sean, this is a test.
It says, "Hi Sean, this is a test." Send it.
Add to it.
What do you want to add?
It's a test.
It says, "Hi Sean, this is a test." It's a test. Send it.
Cancel.
Okay, cancelled.
So this is how you can send a text. Okay, Siri, we don't want you anymore. Okay. This is the way we can send a text. Sean, can you send me a text so we can ask her to read it for us?
Sure.
Hey, Siri. Read new text message.
Sean said, "Hi Tara. This presentation is going well so far. Would you like to reply?"
No.
Those are all your messages.
So this is how we send a text and read an incoming text. Now I will go through emails. Again, I will send an email to Sean. And I have found out that if the email is in your contact list, there was no problem sending it. But I couldn't figure out how to ask Siri to send an email to someone who is not on my contact list. Hey, Siri, send email
To
Sean Curry,
Sean Curry. What's the subject?
presentation.
What do you want to say to Sean Curry?
Hi, Sean, I don't want to say anything.
Your email. Presentation. To Sean Curry says, "Hi Sean, I don't want to say anything." Send it.
Add to it.
What do you want to say to Sean Curry?
Testing.
Your email. Presentation. To Sean Curry says, "Testing." Send it.
Cancel.
I won't send it.
So this is a way. Okay, let's cancel.
I didn't.
Okay. So this is a way to send an email, but again, the email needs to be in your contact list to be able to send it. And it's the same thing with receiving new email. As I showed you in the text, the same thing you can do and ask Siri to read your new email for you. And maybe we can try that. And let's go to the presentation that we had today. So we have this email from the Prevention of Blindness. Hey, Siri, read screen.
Today, Tech Talk Tuesday, inbox, from Prevention of Blindness Society of Metropolitan Washington, 9:01 a.m. to me, free vision event and
So the way to stop it, because if I tell her to end it, for some reason she didn't end it. So I use the controller, the speech controller, to end it. But she will be reading the whole email for us. And the same thing if we go to a website, which we can try now. And I'm not being biased, but I'm going to the youreyes.org website and ask her to read the screen for us. Hey, Siri, read the screen. Hey, Siri, read screen.
Accessibility menu, Prevention of Blindness Society of Metropolitan Washington logo, support along your vision journey for people with vision impairment. Learn
Hey,
about how
Siri,
Vision Resource and Support Network,
stop.
Low Vision Resource Center, and Vision Rehabilitation
There's
can
nothing
help
to
you
stop here.
learn more.
Check if the
Programs
device is
for
on.
kids, giving kids.
Yes, for some reason, I don't know why I couldn't stop her with the voice command, but I'm sure there's a way to do that. Other things that we can do with Siri, I will tell her Hey Siri, open magnifier app. Okay, I was trying the LiDAR on the magnifier app. Just 1 second, I'll try to get rid of the LiDAR. Okay. I think it's too big. Can you see it or no? Sean, is it obvious or no?
Yes, now we can see.
Okay. Yeah. So it is the magnifier app that we usually use.
If you can bring the phone down slightly to the left.
Oh, yeah.
There, perfect.
Yeah. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. So close magnifier app.
To close an app, swipe up from the bottom to the middle of the screen and hold until you reach the app switcher. Then swipe up on the apps you want to close.
So anyway, for some reason, she cannot close the apps. I don't know why. Hey Siri, turn on flashlight.
It's on now.
Hey Siri, turn off flashlight.
It's off now.
Yeah. It works with the flashlight, but it didn't work with the magnifier for some reason. And if we want to use, for instance, as I mentioned before, we can use it to read several languages for us. So what I will do now, hey Siri, read screen.
I am very happy. Je suis très heureuse.
Estoy muy contenta.
So it was able to detect the 3 languages I had, English, French, and Spanish. Just wanted to show you that as well. For reading text, which is not on the magnifier, for instance, if we want to read text on a piece of paper, there are several apps that can help us with that. And one of the apps that I will be showing you today is the Seeing AI app, but there are many others, like there is the Envision and AI and others as well. For instance, I will turn, this is Seeing AI, sorry.
Register for POBRI. OB reads, Lent time for leisure reading. JC Book Club for all with vision challenging and socializing. I actually on the first Cyrillic letter S to Rai.
So it can convert the text to speech. If we have a letter or like we receive some mail, we just want to know where it's from, we can use this app and it's quite helpful.
Would you repeat the name of the app, please?
It's called Seeing, SEEING, and then AI.
Thank you.
This is what it does. So this is in brief how we can use the speech. I'll just flip the camera. We can use speech with our iPhone, talk to it. And it's just a matter of trial and error. There are many things I was trying the last few days to see what works, what doesn't. And so if you have any questions or suggestions, let's just discuss. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tara. We're now going to open up the chance for everyone to ask questions. To unmute yourself, guys, again, there's a button at the bottom left that looks like a microphone you can press. If you're on a computer, you can also do Alt plus the letter A. And if you're on the phone, you can do *6.
Hello, can you hear me?
Go ahead, Martha.
I was very slow at getting notes. What's the operating system we have to be congruent with this presentation?
It's just the, if you want to end calls, you need to have iOS 16 or higher, like the 17. This is only for the end call feature.
your screen looked different from mine, so I'm assuming I don't have all the right stuff, but thank you very much. It was really helpful.
Thank you, Martha.
Tara, do most of these things work on the iPad as well?
Yes, everything is the same thing. Of course, with calls, I mean, if you have a SIM card on your iPad, then it works. But with emails and everything else, it's the same.
Thank you.
You said that we could use Siri to search for photos in our photo library. Is that possible?
I've never tried that. I don't know how it will do that because, I mean, what shall we tell her? I mean, what shall we ask? Search photo of, if we have names of the photos, maybe it does that, but I'm not sure.
Or by date, perhaps, because they do seem to categorize them by date.
Let's try. I'm just, I don't know if you can see it. I'll try. Just 1 second. Hey, Siri, open photos dated October 7. So it just opened the photo. I had this as the last photo. It's just a shirt. So that's the only thing. I don't know if it can tell you which dates or not, but it opened the photo app.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure. And I just maybe, I mean, it's a lot to take in and, to try out. You can always call us to the Low Vision Resource Center, and you can come to Bethesda or Alexandria, or, I mean, my colleagues would help you out with any of these. And if you call, we can always set up a Zoom meeting on an individual basis and go through these one by one as well.
Does that service offer screen sharing? Can you do screen sharing with the Low Vision Center?
I mean, I'm using my iPad, so if I use the screen share, I couldn't use my phone to join the meeting and show you all that, because the audio, you wouldn't be hearing the audio. We tried a lot, and so I was using 2 different screens. I'm using my iPad now, and I had to use my iPhone for the presentation.
Okay.
So if you want to learn how to do screen share, you would want to make an appointment with you, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Thank you.
Okay.
Tara, this is Sandy. How new?
Oh, I'm sorry, Sandy. I muted you.
We lost you.
I'm sorry.
Hi, this is Sandy.
Do you know how new an iPhone or iPad you would need to use all of these features? You mentioned iOS 16 for one aspect of it, but in general,
I mean, yeah, I have an iPhone 11, which is I think 4 years old, and all this works on it. And I have an iPad which is 6 or 7 years old, and I think most of these work on it. I haven't tried it, but I think it does, because the iPad has the iOS 16, although it's 7 years old.
Right, the marvels of iPhones and iPads updating to the latest operating system.
Yeah.
Hello? This is Rudy calling. I have a question. If you get a phone call from someone and then you want to put that information on your contact list. Say I got a phone call from Tara Aziz and I want to put her phone number in there. Can I talk it on with Siri, or does it have to be entered in mechanically by me?
Let's try. I don't have our resource center hotline in my contact list, so let's try it. I've never tried that, Rudy, so we can try that.
Okay.
Hey, Siri.
Uh-huh.
Add new contact.
Sorry, I can't do that.
You got your answer, Rudy. But I don't know if, yeah, I guess she can't do that.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure.
Hello?
Hi, Shri.
Is there, can I ask Siri to give me directions without having to go to the app? And because I find navigating the map apps like not really complicated. Or is there a map app that'll allow me just to talk and not actually go to it and put in the address and all that? Or walking directions?
You know, I tried and it takes you to the Apple app. It takes you to the maps. And when it takes you to the maps,
yeah,
it takes you to the map. There's no way to do it without going to the maps.
Okay. All right, thanks.
Or at least I haven't found a way, because when I ask her about any direction, it opens the map app directly.
Yeah, I'm frustrated because I have to navigate that app, and if it would just talk to me, it would be so much nicer. Anyway.
But I mean, she tells me the directions. She can tell me the direction.
Yeah, but I have to put that in kind of manually, or you know, or as far as I know, I have to. Like just an hour ago, I had to stop and then open the app and do all, you know. Rather, it would be so nice to just, hey, tell me how to get there, you know. But it wouldn't. Anyway.
Okay, kill off. Sorry, I thought it was Shri, but
bye-bye, thanks.
Kill off.
This is Shri.
Hi, Shri.
Yeah, I did want to say about that map, from what the gentleman said. You could ask Siri to ask for a destination, let's say POB or Walmart. It's going to ask you, do you want to call or get direction? And if you say get direction, it will automatically launch the map for you. And then VoiceOver will read the direction for you.
Even if you don't have VoiceOver on. Yeah, even if you don't have VoiceOver on, which I don't, it will tell you that. Yeah, you have the audio. Yeah, you have the audio option.
I did also want to mention one thing about Siri. When you do make a phone call, especially if you call emergency or you want to call someone, you might want to think about also saying, call so-and-so on speakerphone. And this is really, it's very important when it's an emergency, because if your phone is not near you and you call emergency, they're going to hear you, but you cannot hear them unless the call is on speakerphone. So if it's important or you don't have your phone, you can always say, call so-and-so on speakerphone, and then the call will be on speakerphone.
Thank you, Shri. That's very helpful. And we can try it with Sean again. Hey, Siri. Call Sean Curry on speakerphone.
Calling Sean Curry on speaker.
Yeah, the speaker is on now. Yeah, that's very helpful, Shri. And for emergencies, exactly. Thank you. Shri, do you know if we can call 911? Does it make the call? Shri?
Yeah, you can do that with 911 also.
Okay, great.
Yeah, especially for emergency, that's the way you should probably call with the speakerphone.
Yeah.
And also, if you do upgrade to iOS 17, you do have the ability to say HEYSIRI or just SIRI. That was something that they enabled.
Yeah, that's true.
I have a question about Uber. Is this a time when I can ask that question using it for voice?
I have never tried. Let's try. Hey Siri, open Uber app.
My question, if I click on Uber, the Uber app, which I have, and I say, I want to go to 1611 Tulane Avenue, Glen Echo. And then it's going to start showing me information on in text.
Yeah.
Can I ask it to tell me all that stuff verbally so I hear it?
I have never tried with Uber. Maybe we can refer to Shri. Shri, do you know if it works without voiceover? If the audio works without voiceover?
I don't think it's going to work
Yeah.
with Siri. I think there are some third-party companies you can use Siri to call for Uber service, which they'll do that for you to a phone call. But I don't believe you can just tell Siri to navigate through the Uber app.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Well, I don't want it to navigate the Uber app. I can get that far, but then once I'm on the Uber app, it starts to send me text information like your car will be arriving. It's a Toyota dark blue with license plate such and such. And the problem is being able to read that. Is there any way to trigger something that will...
Try telling it read screen. It should be able to read the screen. Like HEY Siri, read screen. It should read the screen for you.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, because I tried the same thing on Facebook, Instagram, and all that. I asked it to read the screen for me, and it was able to. So I'm hoping,
Okay.
When you are on the screen, just tell it, hey, SIRI, read screen.
Okay. That's helpful. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
A question about that. Do you have to have voiceover activated in order for that to work?
I don't have the voiceover activated on my phone.
Okay.
So whatever I did today, it was voiceover was off.
But if I want to do it now, I have to put voiceover on. Is that correct?
No.
No?
Yeah, you don't need to. I mean, when I asked her, hey, SIRI, read screen, voiceover was not on.
Okay.
Yeah. It was never on during this presentation. So whatever I did, voiceover was off.
In the middle of your presentation, all of a sudden at the top of the screen, it was like a little thing that would be on to tell you to go forward or stop or something like that. But
yes,
I never saw that before. And how do we find it?
This is in accessibility, and you go to vision and enable speech controller.
Speech controller.
Speech controller. Yeah, when you enable it, it will come up.
Accessibility.
Sometimes it's hard to see that icon for speech control.
It is.
There is can you take him to the place where he can make it even more seeable? Because there is a way of increasing the contrast on it so that it can be seen more easily.
If you increase the contrast like to the maximum, maybe, but it always becomes gray when it's not used, or it always becomes gray and it's hard to see. It's not easy to see it.
All right.
It's not the increased controller. It's the guy just showed me today on the Apple technology site that there is a actual, I don't know if I must be in 17 now, but there is an option to increase contrast just on the voice controller, not increase contrast generally.
On the voice controller, or something different? Voice control is something different than the speech control. Yeah, voice control needs a whole new presentation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, it's something quite different
than the speech controller.
Yeah, yes, it is.
Okay. Try me one more time. I'm in accessibility.
Yeah, go to vision, like under vision.
Vision.
Yes. Let me also do the same, and you will find speech controller.
No,
sorry.
Speech controller.
Accessibility, vision.
Voiceover zone, display text size, motion, spoken content, audio.
Spoken content. Yeah, go to spoken content.
Okay.
Yeah.
Spoken content. Okay.
Yeah.
Speak
And the
like
second, and the third option.
Highlight content.
Third option, speech controller.
Speech controller, yeah. Third option.
Speak selection, speak
Yeah,
screen,
but
highlight.
if
What?
yeah,
Highlight,
but if you have like inverted colors, it's even harder to see the screen, to see the speech controller if you have like the inverted colors on, because it's already gray, so it's not easy to see it.
Speak screen, speech controller on. Okay.
There it is. There it is. Good.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Any other questions or comments, suggestions? We're all learning from one another.
Hi, Tara.
Hi, Sri.
I do want to say that, Siri will open most apps, but it won't close most apps.
True. Yeah, I couldn't close many of the apps. I couldn't close them. So I had to swipe up with one finger to close the app.
Yeah, and the good thing about that, guys, is to close an app, it's very, very simple. You just put your finger at the bottom of the screen and just swipe up. There's no special way you got to do it. You just have to swipe up. So it's pretty simple, and you can feel your way around to do it.
Exactly.
Do you have to swipe to the middle of the screen in order to get that close app, or do you swipe all the way up the screen?
No, to the middle is enough.
Yeah,
It
basically
close,
you're just flicking up really more than anything. Like you're flicking a B off of you or something.
Yeah,
it'd be the same way. Okay.
Okay. Tara, thank you very much. This has been so helpful.
You're most welcome. And please don't hesitate to call.
Thank you. We really enjoyed this one.
Thank you. Sean, back to you.
Yes, it's been a wonderful presentation.
Thank you.
You're almost welcome.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for another great presentation. Tara, thank you so much. This was great. And we will be sure to share this via our socials and on YouTube. And I'll share with it once we have the recording done with you all. If you need to follow up on things or you want to watch it again so you can keep going step by step at a slower pace, you're more than welcome to do it that way. If you have any other questions concerning your iPhone or anything else low vision related, you can give us a call at 301-951-4444. But otherwise, I hope everyone has a great rest of their day. I hope to see you all tomorrow at our town hall. So take care, everyone.
Take care.